Hello, everyone, and welcome to Now Spinning, the official podcast of the Lansing Community College Vinyl Record Club. We meet twice a month to listen to vinyl and talk about music. Stay tuned to learn about how you can get in touch with us and attend our meetings. All right, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Now Spinning. We have a very special episode for us today. We have some guests here today from MSU Vinyl Nights. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves and get right into it.
My name is Freddy and Giovanni. I'm coming from MSU, and I'm the vice president of MSU Vinyl Nights.
Hello, I'm the co-president and co-founder of MSU Vinyl Nights over from Michigan State.
What's your name?
Gio, that's my name.
Good to meet you.
What's your name?
And then also with us today we have
Tyler Reck.
And I'm still Simon Medina, as always.
There we go.
So first of all, I want to say thanks for coming on here. Really appreciate it. It's cool to know that there's other like vinyl clubs out there.
Ones that are like close by.
Yeah, right. We talked to one that was in Japan, but we didn't know there was one in Michigan until just a little bit ago. So that's really awesome that you guys got into it.
So how are their plans coming to go over to Japan and get a meeting set up over there?
We're working on it.
Shout out to Shout out to the Vinyl Record Club in Japan.
Yeah, they're cool. They actually listen to these, so
that's so sick.
You'll hear about this. That's awesome.
That's why we got to give a complimentary shout out.
Friends of the show. Of the show. So I just want to let's start out from the beginning though. So how did you get into vinyl? Like what was like the incident that got you to start collecting?
If I'm gonna be completely honest, it's gonna be the co-president here, and then the other co-president. So that's gonna be Kenny and Gio.
Yeah, Kenny's cool.
Yeah. So those two really brought that up upon me. So where I come from Florida, there's not a lot of that, especially the small town where I'm from, like Immokalee. There's not a lot of vinyl stuff or physical media. It's all digital and all that stuff. So whenever I came over here, I met these two people by coincidence. I met Kenny in the gym, and then I met him just because he's long friends with Kenny, and then they introduced me into vinyls and. Greatest blessing I've ever had. Appreciate you guys.
Oh yeah, of
nice.
course. Yeah. So honestly, I just got into albums. That's really what I love more about it, less than the physical media part. I love like the idea that the artist like specifically put each song in the specific spot that it's in, and it's kind of like a story. And that's what I'm really into. So then when I like found out about like how big the record community was, so it like. Kind of caught my ear immediately, and I got into that like as fast as I could.
That's awesome, man. What was the first record you ever bought yourself?
Oh,
can you remember that?
Didn't I ask you this?
You asked, and I was trying to think of it.
I think that was like the first like time, like that was what the.
I think it was the very
first. It was on. It was the second one you guys had, but it was like the end of March. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Right. I think so. The first one that I received was Man on the Moon, Kid Cudi. The first one that I bought was Kids See Ghosts by Kanye and Kid Cudi.
Nice. How many records did you say you have now?
Now it's 70. Still growing.
Nice.
But that's
awesome.
Where we're at right now.
I'm sorry I cut you off, man.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I think the first one I got was with Kenny. We had went up over there, and then I know it was a jazz album. I don't know whose it was specifically, if it was Dean Martin or Frank Sinatra.
Nice.
But I know it was a jazz, and I know that was the first one I got just because I was there with Kenny, and I felt like I had to get something. And then after that, I was pulled into it way too much. I couldn't stop.
That's how they get you, man. Yeah. That's how it always goes.
And I've got a question that I probably asked you guys too. Like, how did you find us?
That's a good question.
Because I didn't even realize you guys were a thing until you stumbled into our meeting on the 18th of March. And it's like, oh, we have a meeting this Friday. Come on in. Friday the 21st or something like that.
Right.
And I was like, and it was like, come on. I was like, sure, I'll go. And I went, and and I liked it. I'd go. I'm planning on going this Friday, but by the time this thing comes out, you guys, there won't be any more though for the rest of the semester. Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we actually, me and Kenny, there was when we first started thinking about becoming a registered organization, we tried to like look up record clubs in the area, just to see like what we're working with, if we could even do it. And you guys actually showed up the website when we were looking up. Like we found LCC VRC, and that's how we found it at first. And then when we became registered, the LCC president Steve, he reached out to us and just talked about what LCC VRC was, and we made it to the first meeting that we could.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was kind of strange because we knew who Steve was, but we didn't know who he was. So we walked in thinking, okay, so who do we go up to and like introduce ourselves as?
Go to the guy dressed all fancy because he's
Well, there was a couple there,
Yeah.
so
Right.
we couldn't just distinguish someone and be like, I think you're the president around here.
Yeah.
You look like you
Yeah.
run stuff around here. So we just kind of stuck around and we had a great time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That's good. Yeah, I was also, that kind of leads in what I was gonna ask next was just how did Vinyl Nights come about? Like, what was like what made you think that it would be a cool idea to have like a record club of your own? Like, what inspired it? I mean,
Yeah, so it happened so fast. Me and Kenny, our president, we dormed together. So we were just talking one night. We said, hey, what if we invited a bunch of people over, and like, I think at first we called it record nights, and it doesn't really sound
roll off the tongue
it doesn't
too
really roll off
good.
the tongue too well. So we started record nights. We said, hey, we're having a record nights tomorrow. Just come over at like 8. Let's just hang out in the dorm. And that's how it started. And it really was just our friends. But then we just had to keep on doing it every week. We started doing it every week in the dorm. It started growing out of the dorm.
Yeah,
because there was
because
too many
like
people.
you guys are in Holden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work in South neighborhood, and those dorms can be really very, very
yeah.
small.
Yeah. It was not very space efficient for what we were trying to do.
right?
So then we moved out into the community lounge, and we just got so much support from community, from everybody who was interested in it. And we were like, I mean, we kind of have to, like, we have no choice but to make this an actual organization.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Even getting the chance to have some certain MSU basketball players show
Oh.
up at your last one.
Shout out Cohen Carr and Jimmy Fears.
Shout out, yes,
that
of
I
course.
completely missed because I'd watch my
yes.
sisters.
Yeah,
Man.
we almost missed it too. We we saw them and we were like, oh, that's cool. Like more people came, and then we looked, oh, that's Cohen Carr and Jeremy Fears. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, hold on.
Yeah. Crazy enough, I looked them dead in the eyes and I looked at one of our members, Jacob, and I was like, I know who they are. I just don't know their name. I'm completely blanking. I know there's somebody though. They belong. They do something. I know that for sure.
If I was there, I would have played like the Curly Shuffle. Like the song that's the Helmet Shuffle at MSU basketball games.
Yeah.
I would have
perfect.
played that and be like, hey, you guys probably know this one.
Does this sound familiar?
Yeah.
And then I know at the end they introduced themselves to us as they were leaving. They're like, yeah, my name's Cohen. I was like, I was like, oh, this is the Cohen Carr.
Yeah.
And then he was like, Jeremy. I was like, Jeremy, oh my goodness. I was over here just rambling on. I don't even know who these guys are.
Yeah.
God, that's awesome. Of course.
I hope they show up to this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them Tyler missed out.
Yeah.
He doesn't show up this time.
I'd bring in like one of my like dad's MSU tickets or something like that.
Let me get one signature, please.
Or
That's all
get
I'm
my
asking.
or bring my MSU hat.
Yeah, get the hat signed. That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because it was the record painting night, and people had them sign the records that they were painting on like the back of what they were already working on.
Yeah,
that was a cool idea. That was super sick.
I did not get my record signed.
Yeah.
I just thought about that. I should have.
That brings into another thing. Like you guys do a lot of very cool stuff. Like you partnered with like the Holden Hall government or something. Was that the one on Thursday where you guys painted in the engineering building, or was that?
No, that was the Office of Engineering, Diversity, and Inclusivity.
Freddie, I assume you got that kind of deal with that, right?
No, actually, that was set up with him through one of the connections that he knows. So it was one of his mutual friends who was part of the engineering college.
Oh,
yep. Shout out you here.
I thought you would have been with the mechanical engineering and all that stuff.
I know you're here, but not too well. So it was a mutual connection that they know each other.
Yeah.
But that was amazing to see. Once I seen that we were gonna have that up, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's amazing."
Are there any other like things that you're gonna plan on doing in like maybe over like this? Well, if people don't go back home, if you still have that sort of group that stays here, are there anything that you may plan on doing during the summertime?
Well, actually, on the drive here, we were just talking about it. I got a message asking for me to bring Vinyl Nights to Florida, which is where I'm going back for the summer.
Wow.
And I'm thinking of bringing that down there and seeing if I can get a small crowd to just participate or just to acknowledge, because like I said, not a lot of people take pleasure in physical media down there. Not because they don't want to, just because there's no access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. No, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
And we also talked about encouraging our members and our followers to have their own vinyl nights. So, you know, if you want to get with your friends or just be by yourself and play records,
Yeah.
and if you want to send in the videos, that's what we're thinking about right now, just to keep it going, you know, keep people excited about it.
Yeah. Because that is like the kind of downside of being at like a university is like,
Right.
you have all these people going back home, whereas here at LCC, like nobody lives on campus,
Right.
you know, because everybody just commutes here.
Right.
And, you know, usually those people like live around, you know, but I do appreciate like how much what you guys do outside of like just the regular vinyl nights, like camping out for record store day.
Yeah, that was
man.
interesting to see. I didn't.
That I had to miss too,
Man,
because I was watching my sisters, but you know,
I will say it was a cold night.
Right.
yeah,
It
seeing
was.
those updates on Instagram, it's like,
Those were fun to do.
hey, it's 3 a.m. You know, wrapped in a big blanket and all
Shaking.
that.
No, yeah. Honestly, the big thing that we kind of like emphasized when we started to make this organization was that this isn't a place for vinyl lovers. This is a place for just community.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to collect.
Yeah.
You don't
And-
have to
yeah.
even be into music. If you want to meet friends, if you want to play a record that you got, if you want to just listen to records, whatever you want to make it, you know, that's what it's about.
Yeah, and all the people that I see going through because you guys bring like a case, like you two and Kenny, like bring in your own case, and I see people like looking through those,
Right.
like looking to see what to play and all that stuff, which is, you know, really cool.
Yeah, we try to do the same thing here. You know, it's like, you know, like we like to say is that like it's like firstly it's like just a friendship group. You know, just
Right.
and secondly it's a record club. You know, we make a point to be like, you don't need to have records or anything. You just got to be willing to hear stuff you wouldn't normally listen to. That's what we like to say.
And I feel like that's one of the things that is, you know, so fun about vinyl nights is having people come in and find new music tastes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Like I don't feel like I have to like stick to the same shtick that I always have here, where I'm like, oh, I bring in a bunch of old music, you know, because I like sticking to the themes here. With you guys, it's no theme, and you guys are staying there for like 3 hours, and I could like bring in like Fits in the Tantrums or something like that, or I could bring in like 50s music or something without, you know, because done that at the first meeting. I think you guys left, you know, and people like dance to it and all that,
Right.
which is like pretty cool.
And then I think one of the greatest things is hearing someone say, "Oh, what is this?" Or like,
I love that. I love hearing
"Who's
that.
playing that?"
I remember Kenny. I had Fits in the Tantrums picking up the pieces. The March whatever meeting, March 21st meeting. I brought that in. Kenny was like, "Well, what is this?" I was like, "I'm definitely. I gotta listen to this."
Right.
I was like, "Yes, you should."
Yes, and that's one of the
Yeah.
joys. And I think with us having the crates, I think it's fun seeing people pull out of vinyl and seeing them talk to their friends, think like, "Oh wow, look at this!"
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, I want to play this," and like that's one of the greatest things I see about physical media. You can pull it out, show it to other people, and express your gratitude and like how much you enjoy that record.
Yeah, that's what I really love as well. Just being able to, it's a good way to start conversation. You know what I mean? Like you bring in a record somebody likes, they're like, I like that one. I recognize that. It's a good song. And you start talking about it. And then, you know, before you know, you've been talking about this band or something for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it goes.
It's fantastic. But yeah, I was kind of segueing from that into, I know there's like, there's a lot, oh God, I can't talk today.
Hey.
The way you run your meetings is definitely like a little bit different than ours, because I think that compared to ours, yours is kind of a little bit, it's like a little bit more structured, but like also less structured at the same time. If that makes sense.
Right, no, that
Like
makes sense.
the structure part is that you guys actually have like a way to tell who's up for playing something
we got
next.
We got kind of a line.
Yeah,
Like a
kind
line.
of, but they have a definitive thing.
Right.
Like, you know, you write your name on the sticky note, what song you want to play or what side, then you put it in the queue. You know,
that is pretty cool.
whereas
We like seeing that.
we hear it's like, oh, you know, oh, there's nothing on.
Literally go right up there and throw something up.
Yep. I think one of the nice things that y'all have is y'all stands, which we did take a lot of inspiration from.
Cool.
And then we took that. I think the structure that you're referring to is the queuing, but then
Yeah,
the less
definitely.
structure would also have to be the fact that we sometimes let sides completely play out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, and then we forget just because we're having such a great conversation about what's going on in the background.
Or like movies,
Yeah,
like we did in that first meeting
yes.
where everyone was like all mad at people and stuff.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Shout out to Sarai. I hope you have
Yeah.
gone down to watching some of those spectacular movies that we were talking about because they
The
are must
Lion,
watch.
the Lion King.
Never seen Lion.
The
King.
Lion
that
King.
was
Never seen
that's
Star
really
Wars
sorry,
movie, never-
Sarai.
Yes.
Sorry, Sarai, for calling you out, but everybody was so
The
like
Lion
mad. It's
King.
like they
Yes.
were so confused. Like, well, you have never watched The Lion King?
Some of your other takes I understand not watching, but The Lion King,
Yeah.
like that's The Lion King.
Not like 99.99% of people know The Lion King.
Yeah,
Such a good movie. It's a classic.
That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
I think we might have one of the vinyl nights we just like a movie marathon where we have
I mean,
music
yeah.
soundtracks to the movie that we're watching because some people need to watch these kind
That's
of
a
movies.
good idea.
I-
I
that's
think the
cool.
crazy part is like, it's like you can. It's actually I think it's more difficult to go your entire life without seeing The Lion King. Like I feel like
Yeah,
it's just
I don't know.
everywhere.
That
Mhm.
that takes effort. You have to like avoid it.
Right.
You got to be trying.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was gonna say, but like you get to. I'd say part of why you're able to play like just whole album sizes because you go for like the 3 hours every night. That is
Yeah,
Awesome.
sometimes when March Madness was going on, MSU basketball was conveniently at 10
Oh, yeah.
p.m.
Yeah.
So we just
Mm.
stay like 2 hours later and watch the basketball games.
Yeah, and we don't. That's not something that we try to do. Like we
But,
don't try to just go
like-
for super long. But
It was
honestly,
it was MSU basketball.
right,
Yeah.
right,
And you're like, what better place than to be on campus watching MSU basketball?
right, exactly. But I don't think like I don't think we've ever ended at a time that we were supposed to.
Yeah.
And it's just like I think that's just the kind of that's like it's not like a meeting. Like we call them meetings, but they're not meetings. They're more just like hangout.
right.
That's,
Yeah.
that's another thing that brings it back to like kind of the unstructuredness
Right.
of it.
Mhm.
Right. I think that just comes from us meeting in the dorm. I think
Right.
that's,
Yeah.
we kind of just stuck to that like we loved
that
how
hangout
it was.
feel. That
Yeah,
what it is.
right. And we don't want to lose that.
Yeah. It's something you definitely don't want to lose because like it brings together the camaraderie.
Mhm.
Right.
Let's go do whatever like afterwards,
Yeah.
like which I really enjoy. I remember there was a while there with our record club where we'd have a group get together and we'd go like to the record stores, like we'd
Right.
go to Flat Black
Man.
and Circular
Mhm.
first, and then we'd shoot down to the record lounge and we'd go back to LCC. And
Right.
like
Mhm.
here I still do that.
Yeah.
I'm by myself
Yeah.
because everybody's busy or working or stuff like that.
Right. And that's also what we try to do with our themes and our events that we do. We try to focus on things where it doesn't take up your entire time, where you can still talk to people,
Yeah.
meet
Right.
people, talk about music. Like with the painting night, that was perfect.
Mhm.
Just paint while you talk to the people around you.
And the music's in the background. You're listening.
Right.
You're thinking,
Yeah.
man, this is a great record. While you're painting.
Mhm.
Shout out to all the Picassos that we had out
Oh
there.
my goodness.
So many great artists.
I wish I was.
I'm not one of them.
Yeah, no, I'm not either. I mean, I was gonna draw yeah. We the one at the engineering building on Thursday.
Mm.
Right.
I was gonna paint my cottage, but I was like, no, I don't want to mess that up. So
Yeah.
I just painted the X-Men logo.
Yeah, that one was
Yeah.
pretty sick.
That was
pretty
pretty
cool.
though.
Sadly, I'm sorry to anybody who saw my Immokalee Indians logo. It was no good actually.
Gosh.
It's really bad. It was a gradation to my high school, and I don't think I did it justice. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sure they'll forgive you. They can't see it right here. Yeah.
No.
We'll have you back on one of the days. You can like bring it and hold it up for the camera.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can see
I'm
it.
so sorry,
I
guys.
don't think we can make it that day.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, painting, that's a really awesome like idea for a meeting.
Mhm.
I mean, like,
Right.
do you have any like besides that? Do you have any other ideas, going forward for kind of like special topics like that
Totally.
that
not
you're
gonna
willing to
steal.
share?
Yeah, so actually this week we're super excited. We're doing a Song Wars tournament.
Ooh.
So really what it's going to be is like everybody picks a record and we're going to have a theme go up from like a wheel and then like a bracket style, people going against each other
Mhm.
and see like who can match the theme like the best from their picks, like their
Mhm.
records. We're really excited about that one. We have that. And next week we're going to do a karaoke night.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there. I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to be there.
So that one, I think the idea for that one is like either queue up a record, because not everybody wants to do karaoke. Either queue up a record or queue up yourself. You know, you want to sing something. So we're really excited for that. That we're excited. We want to do some more theme nights next semester.
Nice.
But yeah, we're really excited. We have a lot of ideas.
I'm looking forward to it.
And we have a ton of ideas. It's always just the execution that comes down to it.
Dog.
So
yeah.
you can throw out an idea there, but when it comes down to the execution, it's like, oh, we actually have to plan how this works.
That's
we have to make sure this is viable for everyone and like have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
that hit me right in my soul, man. I feel that we love coming up with ideas, but then when it comes to like actually running them, you got to think about that too much. It's just a hassle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think the 2 painting nights that week, we had the 2 painting nights back to back. That was like the most stressful week of my life.
Did you you got like actual records for people to paint on, or what was
Well,
the?
the one in the engineering building was like little
Like 7 inches.
but they weren't like actual.
Yeah, they were like
they were
5.
they were like fake ones. But
Right.
like from one of the pictures I saw, on the Friday one, there was
Right.
like actual, like
Yes.
true.
Wow.
They were
albums.
actual ones.
Mhm.
We made sure that they were all like unplayable.
Yeah, like beat up,
Yeah,
kind of
beat
like.
up.
Where'd you get them from? It's just like
FBC.
the giant, like the
after-
bookshelf full of free stuff, right?
I went over there to talk to them. I was like, hey, is it okay if we were just grabbed like 60, 50 of them and just take them? Is that fine? They're like, yeah, go ahead.
Shout out FBC. They
Oh,
were
yeah,
one of the
shout out.
most
They're
amazing
great.
people. Love them over there.
They're awesome. Yeah, but like I wish I was there to see that one. Definitely though. That's a awesome idea for a
Yeah,
meeting.
so was I.
It's
that,
okay.
That one took a
Good.
little bit of time to set up, and then we had to remove all the vinyls from the actual albums, and then setting them up for everyone to get to the painting.
So you got like just a pile of like 50 album covers
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, we do. It's in my house.
Nice.
They're hanging around in the corner.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Bring it back. People can draw on those next, maybe.
Yeah.
that's
we
what-
had
yeah.
some people drawing on the covers. Like I don't know where we didn't have them for display, but some people just found them and then started painting them.
They were
Yeah.
they were a box in the back, so people
Yeah.
just decided to grab them.
Right.
But,
Which, yeah, good for them.
I've like a couple albums I've found like I like at a FBC and Record Lounge, like in the dollar bin. Sometimes people will just like draw on them. Like, they'll just put a mustache on someone that's so beautiful. I wish I remember what the album was, but I remember I found a couple
Yeah.
like that.
Or like jeez, I can't remember what it was, but yesterday Andy, shout out Andy, he brought in like something because our theme yesterday was live albums. We're gonna have that podcast episode like later, but Joe, you were there, you remember this, how like whatever like album he had, the S and the P,
Jesus Christ Superstar.
yeah, and the S and the R were colored in with blue.
With the pen you could tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the fun of collecting. You always like buy the old
Or,
stuff.
yeah.
You see someone else owned it. And they
Yeah,
Well
you can
loved.
tell
Let's call it
it's
well
somebody
loved.
loved it. Like, I saw a copy of Revolver one time where John Lennon's lips were painted red.
that's beautiful.
And those are unique. You're not gonna find that anywhere else.
No.
That's just yours.
That's good. That's the part of the joy of the physical media aspect is like,
Oh, yeah.
especially if you buy used, every single one you buy has like a story.
Yeah.
Somebody like you said, painted John Lennon's lips in red,
Yeah.
or like they write their name on it or everything. It's always interesting when you buy something to wonder like, oh, who had this? Where'd it come from?
Yeah, one of our first vinyl nights, someone picked an Earth, Wind, and Fire album from my collection, and I had never opened it, but I just had it, and we pulled it out to play, and we realized like it was an entirely different record.
Nice.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
So many times.
That started some controversy over at vinyl nights.
I don't like that.
No.
I don't. No, not at all. I've had that experience.
Oh yeah.
I had the Frank Sinatra, The World We Knew. Great find, I thought. 50 cents from this old couple out in Reno.
Nice.
I thought I had gems. I take it home. I didn't even take the time to check there. I take it all the way home. Then again, it's only 50 cents that I paid for it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I take it all the way home. I'm ready to play it. I pull it out. It's a completely different album. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
goodness.
I have a session with Gary Lewis and the Playboys. On those, I was like, oh, I'm gonna play their version of Palisades Park. This is gonna be great. I put it on the turntable. I go to cue it up. I put it down. It's a completely different song. I look at the label, and it's a completely different Gary Lewis and the Playboys
man.
record.
That must have been a little bit more heartbreaking. You were actually down to play it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I just pulled mine out and I seen it. I was,
Same artist too.
It's close enough.
Yeah. Earth, Wind, and Fire. It was another different Earth, Wind, and Fire album, which is pretty crazy.
This one time I actually lucked out. I bought this. It was like Cream or something was the band, but like it had 2 albums in there instead of 1. I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
I just bought it and I was just like, they didn't even look at it.
I have that experience too.
Shout out to the Record Lounge.
Yeah, I need to run into that
Heather.
problem.
Friend of the show, literally. though.
Yeah,
Literally.
I love Heather. She's really nice. She give me good discounts.
Oh, yeah.
always
stuff
hooks
like
me
that.
up.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an experience with that too. The 2 records in 1. I think off Facebook Marketplace, like I got like a lot of records, like a lot, like 6 records or something. And one of them was Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath.
Nice.
And they had 2 records in there, and one of them was Paranoid.
Jeez.
That is a find.
That's a
Yeah.
steal.
That's a diamond.
Yeah. It's up
Literally.
north. It's up north right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Gosh. time is it?
Any final questions?
No, I don't know. I mean, yeah, do you have anything you'd like to ask us at all?
Yeah,
Or-
we should have.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, we honestly we were very impressed. I mean,
Yeah,
like we're
absolutely.
coming from this organization that just started. We've had about 5 or 6 meetings, and then coming to check out one that's already
Established.
made established,
Yeah.
and already has a structure of some kind. It was really impressive to see your guys' record club. So I would ask, I don't know, what kind of like principles have you guys stood on, like as you guys continue to grow?
I mean, I guess just the number one thing that we like believe in is just being very open and accepting to people,
Okay.
no matter what their music taste
Yeah.
is,
Right.
whether they own
Like-
records or not. We everybody can play whatever they want. It's like a judgment-free zone. The music, you play whatever music, that you want to play,
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then like he was saying, it was super impressive to see what you guys were doing. And I mean, this podcast in itself, it's super
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Thank you.
That's something that I really like. I love the idea of having a podcast for the Vinyl Nights.
Oh yeah, we would love to, but I mean,
Oh yeah, the time though.
I mean,
time, the management.
yeah.
Well, if you ever figure it out, man, just give me a call. I'll
yeah,
put
we
me on
would love
for you.
that.
man.
We would love to have you guys on.
Impact is in Holden Hall. So
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That is very true. Very true.
Gosh. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good I'm glad to have you guys on. I'm glad that we were able to, inspire you, a little bit. You guys have also taught us a bit, like, just seeing how you guys have started out, avoiding some of the problems we had when we were starting. I know you've come up with like I said, like a couple of the ways you do things, it's inspiring to us
Right.
at the same time. So it's good. There's like a little back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
But I do think though that's gonna have to call it for today. Thank you so much for being on, both of you
Yeah.
guys. It's an honor to have everybody on here.
Thank you. It was
Thank
a pleasure to be
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Thank
It
you.
was so
Thank you
much
for
fun.
having us.
Very good.
Yeah.
If you're interested in all and coming into any record club meetings in the future, though, you can check out our website, and which will be everything on there. We'll have the podcast, the past playlist from past meetings, any information you need about future meetings, themes, that kind of thing. Also, I'd advise you to check out the MSU Vinyl Nights. They have a
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Go follow their account. You'll find anything you need to know about their setup, anything like that, new meeting dates, themes, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
MSU Vinyl Nights.
At MSU Vinyl Nights. Go check them out. They're really cool. But thanks everybody for watching or listening in from home. Watching. Well, there's a video. Yeah. But thank you all for checking it out. We'll see you all next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.